Hello YouTube, 850 Bimmer here. Today I thought I would do a quick little review on my tank bag. This is a tank bag that's made by Wunderlich. It is a German manufacturer that specializes in BMW motorcycles, and this bag is the sports bag for the S1000 series. It's a very streamlined bag that it fits very well with your tank. It really looks great on the bike, which we're gonna see a little bit later, but first I'm just going to go through the bag itself. It's got a textile skin. It does have this kind of hard material inside, so it keeps its shape. This is, I would guess it's water resistant. I probably wouldn't call it waterproof. I haven't ridden this with this one in the rain, well, in torrential rain or anything like that. I've had it out, and when I've been surprised by rain, this thing has kept everything inside nice and dry. The zippers are watertight, so obviously it's going to be water resistant to an extent, but I probably wouldn't recommend riding this one in heavy rain. It's got a little handle here at the front, so when you take it off the bike you can carry it around with you. So nice little handbag. The lid here has got these elastic bands on it. I haven't found any use for it yet, so I have no clue what to use this for. I tried to put my phone in here, that doesn't work. To sort of tighten up the bag, well, you don't really need to, because it's quite rigid. The structure itself is quite rigid, so you really don't need to use this. So honestly I don't know what this is here for. So if any of you guys know what we're supposed to use this for, please leave me a comment on that. So let's get a little bit more into it. It's got a Velcro flap here, and obviously one of the reasons why I wouldn't recommend riding this in too much rain is there's no close in the back, no zipper in the back, so the water is going to obviously flow back here, and then it's going to flow into the back of the bag to an extent. So that's why I wouldn't use it in heavy rain, or keep it on my bike if I was riding in the rain a lot. So it opens up. I got two zippers. These nice little plastic thingies here. Makes it easy to open with gloves. And you open it up. It's got this nice typical lining that you find inside any kind of backpack, and it's quite roomy. You can fit quite a lot of stuff in here. Now I usually have a pair of sunglasses, a baseball cap, I got a battery pack that I use for my phone just to keep it charged, and you can fit quite a lot of other stuff in it. So just to give you an idea of the size, this is a standard half-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, and this one will fit all the way across here. You can put it on the side or on the other side. So I guess these are quite universally sized, so regardless of what country you're in, this is pretty much the same size. So it gives you an idea of the size of the bag. Again, you can fit several of these bottles in here, no problem. So I like this bag. I use it a lot, and I have been very happy with that functionality of it. In addition, just close it up. In addition, you have this where you can well, pull out a cable for your phone or whatever. This is sealed, so it's not cut on the back, so you actually have to cut this open. I haven't done that to mine. I just run the wire out through the little gap in the back here, so that's worked out pretty good for me. So all in all, I mean, I'm quite happy with this bag. You fasten it to the bike using a Velcro loop at the front of the tank that goes through this little plastic tab here. And on the back here, it's these sort of clip buttons that will clip to the bike, and I'll show you that when we go out and actually put it on the bike. Now the underside here has got this sort of rubbery non-stick material, and this is the only part of this bag that I don't like, and we're going to get into that when we get it on the bike. I'm going to show you what I mean, because the only downside that I have on this bag is that this will rub your paint. This will dull down the paintwork on your bag, or on your tank, sorry. And as you can see, there's actually marks from the tank here. A little bit of sand and grit and stuff gets in between here, and it just starts rubbing on the tank. I mean, this is probably there to keep it moving, or prevent it moving from or on the tank. But when you're riding, the wind blast is going to lift this thing, and it will move around a little bit. So that's the only negative I can find with this bag, is that it does scuff the paint on your tank a little bit. So I have actually thought about putting some clear vinyl on top of my tank, just to protect the paint. I mean, you can polish it away. I got a polishing machine, so I've polished it away a few times, and I put a lot of wax on the tank, so just to try and let it rub on the wax instead of rub on the tank. But yeah, I've had it on a bike for over a year, and it's made quite a lot of marks on the tank. I can remove them with a machine, but every time you polish it, you take away a little bit of the clear coat. So I'm thinking about getting a clear vinyl wrap and just stick that on the tank under the bag here to protect it. So let's go out in my garage, and I'll put it on the bike and show you how it looks. Okay, so we're at my garage, and this is my S1000R 2014, and this bike has got terrible luggage capacity. Now my bike has got the alarm system, so in here there's basically room for nothing. This is the alarm. I managed to stick the tools, the stock tools, in here, so there's a little bit of room here, and you might be able to stick something in here, but generally no, there's no room for anything in here. And that's why I have the tank bag. So when you get the tank bag, you remove the original screws, and you get these little tabs here that goes into the back of the bag, and then you attach this Velcro loop here that you attach to the tank bolt, or the fairing bolt that you have in the front here, and this thing just loops around, closes there, and then you click the bag onto here. Now I'm not sure how visible it is, but my paint is starting to get pretty dull around this area here, and there's a little bit around here. So basically putting some sort of vinyl on here, I think, would be my best option. You might see it a little bit better with a light from this angle, so I'm not quite sure you can see it, but trust me, this area here is considerably more dull than down here, or the actual tank itself. So that's the only negative about this particular tank bag. Alright, so I put the bag on the bike, and like I said, you just lift up these little things, it'll just click into place, sits, holds onto it very good. But as you can see, the bag is able to move around a little bit. I have tried to tighten the Velcro here as much as I can, but it still does move around a little bit, and that is basically what is scuffing the paint. Other than that, I would say it does look good. It follows the lines of the tank here. Everything looks good. It's better looking than one of those Giwi bags that you put a ring on the tank lid here, and then you have this sort of elevated tank bag. So I would say that this looks better, but then again, it does have the downside of actually rubbing against the tank. As air pressure, as you're riding, the air will kind of lift it up a little bit, and yeah, you end up with a slight scuff on the paint. Like I say, it can be fixed, but it's no big deal. So that would be my review after having this particular bag on the bike for a little over a year, and hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.